Hi, I'm back at Micro Center. We're getting ready for back to school again. Let's see what's new around here and what we can get. I mean, I hang around this place all the time, as many of you know. So let's see what Micro Center has to offer.
Hi, my name's Callie. I work at Micro Center. So pretty much we have a lot of bundles going on right now, which are great for back to school because you save a lot of money. You save like over $100, $200, depending on like what level you go with. I laid them out right over here if you want to kind of take a look. So I have both AMD and Intel. I have, if you want to go kind of like lower end AMD, I have a new Ryzen 5 5600X3D, which is exclusive to Micro Center. No other store has this one. The bundle also has a B550 Plus motherboard with Wi-Fi and 16 gigs of RAM, and that is on sale for $299, which actually came down $50 for the bundle, so that's actually really cool. We do also have a Ryzen 7 bundle with the newer 7700X. This one has 32 gigs of memory with an MSI motherboard. Price also came down $50 on that one, is $399 right now. Then if you're looking for higher end, like a 12-core processor or higher than that, we do have Ryzen 9 bundles right now. So I picked the 7900X3D, which is the higher end version of that, which comes with 64 gigs of memory and Asus B650 motherboard, so that's actually really nice. It is on sale for $799 for the bundle. Then on the Intel side of it, if you're looking for a higher end as well, there's a 13900K bundle, also $799, so it's kind of like the competitor type of thing, with an Asus motherboard and the memory as well. This one has 32 gigs though, this one doesn't have 64. Then I have two i7s. I have a 12700K and a 13700K bundle. The 127 comes with 16 gigs of memory. The 137 comes with 32 gigs of memory. So those right now, I do have like other bundles as well that some of them I don't have in stock, like the 12900K bundle. That one was really popular because that was a great price. Then there's this also graphics card, 6950X XT. So that one you save $50 with the purchase of Intel or AMD processor. So that one would be on sale for $599 with the purchase of a processor. Then if you're looking for something, I guess, kind of cool that maybe somebody else like wouldn't have necessarily, they do also make a Spider-Man themed graphics card. So this one is the 4070 at $649, but they also make a 4060 and a 4060 Ti version available. Those are $415 and $499. And then we just got in a Sonic themed motherboard, Z790 with DDR5 compatible motherboard. So if you want to take a look at the back, see what it actually looks like. Right over here. So I thought this one's really cool. I like it a lot. If you're looking kind of like for a themed kind of build going on, in the past like Asus had teamed up with like Gundam, Evangelion, that type of thing. This is ASRock, but this is actually a really nice motherboard. And then we do also offer this service, like if you're not comfortable building it, we do recommend our service of building it here. And we just got in a new plan as well, like an accidental coverage that we also offer. So in case if like it gets damaged or anything, we could just also help you kind of swap out the parts if necessary. But these are the really nice bundles going on right now.
Well, thank you, Callie.
Sure.
Now, what if somebody wanted to come in and, let's say, a high school student, and they wanted to pick a case, but they weren't sure what would go with that?
Okay, pretty much most of our at least mid-size cases would definitely work with these, or if you want something a little bit bigger, you can do that as well. Depending also on budget, I guess probably this is the processor I'd pick out, like a 5600X3D. It does have the extra cache in it, which makes it great for gaming because it kind of gives the processor like a temporary boost in like memory storage. So if you're looking for something like that. But case-wise, I like the LAN-Cools from Lee & Lee a lot. This one is one of their newer ones, the LAN-Cool 3. It opens really easily, so there's kind of like a little latch here to help it open up. So really nice to build in, very easy. Lots of space in here also, so if you're going for like higher end, you need like a bigger graphics card, this will fit them all no problem.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
What about the next smaller one?
Probably like a LAN-Cool 215 or a LAN-Cool 2, like the previous version. They're a little bit smaller than that. I would probably go with one of those as well, or a Corsair 4000D or 3000D, the newer ones.
Okay. I think we've seen something like this before. So if somebody came in here, high school student, they like this case,
okay,
would all those bundles fit in there?
Again, mostly it depends on the other components you're putting in there. So like I'd want to make sure like the graphics card would fit.
The graphics card is what I'm thinking about, yeah.
So I might go with something maybe a little bit bigger.
So that 4070, that would be kind of tight, wouldn't it, for something like that?
It would fit. It would be a very close squeeze, but I always double check. I would probably go something a little bit bigger.
And you'd be able to guide them through all of that.
I'd probably go with like an 011 Dynamic if they want like that kind of a look.
Right.
Or something similar.
Okay. So what else we got here? Anything particularly of interest?
I like the new case.
Or?
Well, this is a Height Y60 case. A lot of people like this one.
Oh, that is beautiful, yeah. Yeah,
So this one-
RGB is still the thing right now, right?
Yeah, well, this is a custom build, but the case is really nice. A lot of people say it looks like a fish tank, but it has like a nice angle to it. It doesn't necessarily fit like all graphics cards. Like some of the bigger 4090s won't fit if you're trying to go that level, but most graphics cards would fit in here. There's a similar one called an H40, which is the same company. It just, instead of having this like angled off, it's wider a little bit, so that could fit any graphics card.
What graphics card is that in there right now?
This one is an AMD 6950 XT.
6950, okay.
Yeah. And then in here we have a 4090, which fits very nice and easily.
Did you have disk with those bundles or storage included?
No, the bundles only include processor, memory, and motherboard.
Okay.
But usually, depending on the storage, like a lot of Samsung SSDs, you save like $5 or $10 when you get it with like a processor, motherboard system, like that type
so
of thing.
it could actually be sort of part of that bundle to a
Almost,
degree.
yeah. It just doesn't matter which bundle you pick. The ones that I laid out, though, those are specific bundles that you can't really swap anything out.
What would you recommend to somebody who is trying to build and they want it to last a few years in terms of storage?
Probably like the Samsung, the 980 Pros. Those are 4th gen, very good SSDs.
2 terabyte?
Yeah, 2 terabyte. I would definitely. They're on sale for like a great price right now. They're, I think, only $109.
Oh, okay. And you keep those right over here, as I recall, right?
Yeah, all of our SSDs are right over here. So Samsung has its own dedicated case right over here. The 2 terabytes are right over here for $109 for the 980 Pro, which is a really good deal right now.
Wow, that is. I could probably pick up another one of those.
Yeah. And the 1 terabytes, all the SSDs are on sale for like a great price also. Most of them are only like $59. The 970 Evo Plus is only $45 for a terabyte right now, which is a great price.
Wow. Okay.
A couple months ago, they were like $80, which was like a great sale price, and now they're only $45.
Good, good. Now, if they wanted to pick a specific graphics card, you guys have a pretty good choice, as I recall, right?
Yeah, we have a lot of options. I only picked this one out because I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah, those look good, right?
Yeah, but we have the rest of them right down over
Yeah,
here.
you want to take a quick look at that?
Sure.
Thank you.
So it kind of goes based in order of the card. So like this case has 4090s in it. We do have the liquid cooled Strix cards, which are relatively new for us to have. We have a lot of different brands as well. We have 4080s over here. We also have the Noctua Edition, which is really good cooling. It's pretty hard to find, but we have a couple of them. And then I have 4070 Ti's and 70s over here, 4060s.
So we're going down in scale.
Yeah, it kind of goes down a little bit.
Down in performance, but down in price too.
Definitely down in price, yeah.
We
But
still got the 3000 series in here,
we have
huh?
a couple of them, yeah, not too many. We have the 3070s, 3060 Ti's, but for the price of like a 4070, which is almost like the exact same price, I would probably just go with a 4070.
Right. I remember standing in line many
Yeah.
hours outside
Yeah, I
there
remember.
waiting
I
for
was
the truck
here.
to deliver.
So for the price point, if it's pretty much the same price as a 4070, I would just recommend that. Performance-wise, it's basically like what a 3080 was, just better ray tracing. For the price of a 3070, in my opinion, is more worth it.
What about these 4060s? There seems to be controversy on those things.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. The 4060s are a little bit of a step up from a 3060 performance. They're definitely better priced than a 3060,
Okay.
like at the time and currently. So if you're looking more for like a more entry-level line, I would recommend one of those though, and I do.
Okay.
And they do make different options, like if you're looking for ones with like lights on them, if you're looking for like a white or silver one or dark gray, like there's a lot of different options on that as well.
Okay.
Yep, and then we have AMD on this side.
Yeah.
So we have 7900 XTXs, 7900 XTs, 6950 XTs, which still have like a couple, not too many. Then we have like 6800, 6650 XTs.
Which do you prefer?
AMD or NVIDIA, you mean?
Well, of these, if you were going to go AMD, which one of these would you pick? Any particular one?
I would probably not go too crazy because I have a Ryzen 5 processor. I don't need anything too crazy. Like I pretty much only like game on it at the most. So maybe like a 6750 XT.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't need anything too crazy.
Okay.
But that's just me. It depends on the person. Depends on the person.
Okay.
But like I said, if you're looking for something of a higher level without spending too much, the 6950 XT right over here, that's on sale for $649. If you buy it with the processor, like I said, the price goes down to $599.
Wow.
So that's great performance. I remember when these were like $2,000 and up.
Well, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the prices have come down quite a lot.
I see that.
Yeah, the last couple of years.
From years
Yeah.
ago, yeah. It was like, okay.
Yeah, it's really nice to see.
The eldest choice really gets to me all the time. I still look.
Yeah.
What I'm lacking is I'd like to eventually get myself a 4090.
Okay. Well, I got plenty of them.
I was hoping to get a Founders Edition, though,
Those we
which is
don't
hard
carry,
to find.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Anyway, Okay, well, I guess that's pretty good for build your own. I appreciate all the time,
Yeah, of
Callie,
course,
as
no
usual.
problem.
Take care.
You too.
Well, now we're into the pre-built computers, and we're going to go into laptops next for those who have different needs or just different desires. Build your own is fun for me, but it may not be the cup of tea for everybody. So let me go ahead and introduce our Micro Center employee who will be leading us through this.
Hello, I'm Joe. I'm one of our systems associates. I'll be helping you with the desktops and the laptops today.
Okay, Joe. Thank you. Where would you start for somebody, let's say, who's, I don't know, middle school?
For a middle school, nothing crazy, just gets the job done, simple, basic. There's honestly two computers I would go with. One of them is the Asus small form factor. It's an i5, 16 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of RAM, and a terabyte hard drive in it. Small, but quite a few ports available on it. It's got Wi-Fi, Ethernet, 4 USBs on the back, 6 USBs on the front. Hooks up via HDMI and DisplayPort. So, jack of all trades, not spectacularly good for gaming, but if you're just doing it for work, well, for school, throw a copy of Microsoft Office on there, and you'll generally be good to go.
Pretty good size. I think most people of that age group would be interested in that.
And at the cost of $730,
Yeah, it's reasonable.
can't really argue.
No, not at all.
But if you need something, let me just see where it went. We had a few computers from from Dell and from Acer. Here we go. Similar specifications. It's an i5 also, using the 13th generation, 8 gigs of RAM, but a 256 gig hard drive. So a little bit less expensive, but a little bit smaller hard drive. Similar ports and specifications available on it. 4 USB on the front and the back. Hooks up via HDMI and DisplayPort.
Now, Micro Center will help everybody get this running if they want, right?
Correct. We have system setup services up at the front of the store. And depending on if you wanted to have us install any extra software for it, we have varying different costs for different installation services.
And what do these come with? Do they come with Windows?
It's Windows 11 on all these computers currently.
Okay. How
They'll give
about
you
Office? They'd have to buy that separate.
Office would be a separate, would be an additional purchase. You can purchase it for a permanent license with Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote for $150. Or if you needed a subscription version, there's a single license for $70, or a multi-pack license, so if you have other people in the household, $100 for 1 year.
Okay. Okay. So it gives you some options there. Mm-hmm. But these are not high-powered computers. If somebody wanted to, let's say, a little bit older, maybe entry in high school, and they wanted to get into gaming or something, right?
Mm-hmm. For moderate to light gaming, we're going to go to the next style over.
Now, again, we're talking gaming, you know, when they're not in school.
Yeah. So, moderate entry level from iBuyPower, $800. Also with an i5, 8 gigs of RAM. But the biggest difference is this actually has an NVIDIA graphics card inside of it.
Oh, what graphics card is that?
That is the 3050.
Oh, 3050, okay. Mm-hmm. And this the price here?
Yeah.
$800? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's pretty good.
We have different promotions that are going on at different times. If you wanted one from one of the other competitors, preferentially our own store brand, the PowerSpec. Super small form factor.
And that's a gaming type computer? They could actually play games on that one?
Mm-hmm. It's got a Ryzen 5 in it instead of the Intel, but it's got 16 gigs of RAM and a 3060.
Okay.
So a little bit more bang for the buck. And a lot smaller form factor.
Okay.
If they wanted to go a little bit higher, though, with a 4060 Ti and the Ryzen 7 for $1,300.
Wow.
That's PowerSpec, our own store brand. Sleek, clean looking.
Oh, it looks cool, yeah. Nice and compact, too. It's not that wide. Get my hand up against there just to give a comparison. Okay. And monitors, these would not come with monitors, right?
Every desktop, it'll be just the tower itself with keyboard and mouse. If you wanted to purchase an extra monitor, it'll all come down to what size you wanted to go with. If you wanted to go for, say, a 24-inch, you want a 24-inch that will have articulating, where it can move, change.
Wow. Okay. And that's got its own stand that does that?
Correct.
You don't have to mount it on the wall or anything.
Exactly.
Okay.
And at $150, this is one from AOC. It's a light gaming monitor. If you wanted something that was not gaming, we would have something from Dell.
Okay.
This one will not have the full level of motion. It can go up and down, and like that. Biggest difference between this one and the one we were just looking at, that one has a higher refresh rate on it. So if you're playing games, that's when the AOC one would be much better.
Yeah, much smoother. Yep. What happens when we go into college and they have to have the laptop in class with them? Maybe even high school these days.
So for laptops, that's a whole different beast. For regular high school entry-level college, without gaming, then we'd go. Where was it? Yeah, like that.
This Dell here?
The Dell Inspiron 15-inch. It's got an i7, 16 gigs of RAM, and a 512 solid state inside of it.
Okay. And that's going for right now?
$700. Normal price is $900.
Okay. I see it's saving a couple $100.
Mm-hmm. With all of our laptops, all of our desktops, all of our equipment, we always have different sales that are running all the time. Currently, that is a pretty middle of the road, nothing spectacular,
right,
but nothing bad.
Okay, now most of them are going to want gaming though. What do we do here?
So, depending on the route that someone wanted to go, every company, Acer, AOC, Asus, MSI, Lenovo, Dell, HP, they all have their own different gaming laptops. For moderate gaming, so nothing's super fast, we have the Lenovos. $900. It is a Core i5. It's the 12th generation instead of the 13th gen.
Okay.
But 16 gigs of RAM and an actual 3050 built into it. If they want to go a little bit higher though, then you'd look at, actually, both of these guys.
Wow. Nice keyboard there in the middle.
They will, a lot of the gaming laptops will have the backlit keyboards. And you can usually tell them to change the color saturation based on how you want to play with it.
Yeah.
Core i7 with a 4070 video card built into it.
1700.
Mm-hmm. With that kind of performance, there's not any game that you will not be able to play with that.
Okay. I noticed you guys still have one that I just recently bought, right? It was where was that? The
which one?
The Omen, the HP Omen.
Next slide over.
I'll just show that quickly. I made a separate video about that one. Hint, hint, shameless plug. But now this particular one is a little bit less expensive than what I paid.
This was the 12th generation.
Right.
16 gig and a 512, 3070 Ti.
Oh, okay.
So still a new unit, just from last year.
Okay.
For the most expensive, it would have to be the MSI Titan, if I'm not mistaken.
MSI Titan. 42 and change?
$4,300, currently on sale.
And what makes this one so good?
It is a 4090 video card built into it.
Whoa. Whoa.
4090, still relatively lightweight.
Wow.
7.5 pounds.
That's a 17-inch there, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Anything else of interest here that we'd like to see or show?
If we wanted to take a look at some of the Intel Evos, when you're looking around looking at the laptops,
right.
Intel Evo is Intel's new program, and they're trying to make thin, light laptops that also have fast overall power,
Whoops.
long battery life.
Okay.
This one here is a 2-in-1.
Whoa.
You got your laptop and your tablet all in one. i7, 16 gigs of RAM, terabyte hard drive.
Wow.
Not great for gaming, but if you're going to be traveling around the campus and you want something light, throw in your bag, Intel Evo is probably going to be one of your best routes to go if you're not on the gaming route.
Well, I really appreciate it, Joe. Thank you. Mm-hmm. I think we got a pretty good view of some of the things that people can cover going back to school. And I know a lot of people aren't as lucky as I am being, just a few minutes away from this micro center. But look around and you might be able to find one at least within a reasonable driving distance from your home. You got to come into the store. I mean, you can look online, but you don't get the full impact of things until you actually get in here and take a look. Thanks for watching.